All right, welcome back. This time we're going to be looking at another pair of triangles that are not right triangles, and this is called the law of cosines. So if you watched my prior video with the law of sines, uh, one of the most important things that I told you was you need one angle and an opposite side. But as you can see here, we do not know the opposite side, and we do not know E, and we do not know D. So this is definitely a problem here because we are no longer able to use the law of sines. So we're going to use something called the law of cosines. So the law of cosines, there's kind of like these three formulas that you kind of see, and it really just depends on which side you want to solve for. So I am going to modify these in order to fit with our letters. So one thing that I want to make clear is this is side F, this is side E, and this is side D. And that just has to do with the fact that the sides names come from the opposite angle. So since this is angle F, the one opposite to it is called side F. So just be aware of that when I am naming them. So I am trying to solve for F. So of course I'm going to write F squared. That's what you start with, and that's always going to be the case, whatever side you're looking for. And here, you're always going to write the other two letters. So you're going to write E squared plus D squared minus 2. It's going to always be minus 2, and it's going to always be the same two variables that you have right here. So this is going to be times ED times cosine of F. So these two will always match. I hope that you see I use capital letters for angles and lowercase letters for sides. So all I do now is I just fill in the blanks. So I'm going to have F squared equals 16 squared plus 15 squared minus 2 times 16 times 15 times the cosine of 130 degrees. And you can really simplify this math if you want. So you can simplify this part. And when you do that, you're going to get 808.359. If you're having trouble setting this up once again in the calculator, I'll try to make another video really discussing the little technicalities and little mistakes that students make. But right now, I'm just really focused on setting the problem up. And the way that you get F by itself is you have to remember the inverse of squaring something is taking the square root, and you get that F equals 28.432 meters. So I'm going to come over here, erase that, and put 28.432 meters. So we should be happy because we found one side, but we said earlier that solving means getting everything, solving everything. So that means that, whoa, that was wild. That means that we need to find angle E and angle D. So what we're going to do now is you don't want to use the law of cosines all the time either. You want to use all the different tools that you have learned. So right now, if I want to solve for angle E, I can really use a law of sines now because now I know an angle and an opposite side. So I know that sine of 133 degrees, I could divide that by 28.432, and I can say that equals to sine of E over 16. Once again, could you do sine of D over 15? Yes, it doesn't matter. In this case, I just happen to pick E. And then you do the same thing. You cross multiply. And as you can see, the work gets a little messy at times. And you divide by 28.432. And remember, like I said last video, we don't really simplify until the end. So you're like, wow, all this. And then you have to remember, in order to find an angle, you have to do the inverse. So here we go. All that. As you can see, I'm running out of room. And if you have a nice little calculator, it should give you a decent value. And that value should be 24.303 degrees. And so we know what angle E is. And then to solve for angle D, we know that it's 180 degrees minus 24.303 plus, I believe it was 133. And angle D equals, let me get my calculator out and figure out that exact value. 4.303 minus 133, and you'll get 22.697 degrees. And you have successfully solved this triangle. I know it's a lot, but it gets repetitive with practice. So that's my biggest suggestion, is just practicing. Thank you.